Hi Leo, how are you? Welcome to or welcome back to Mary and Kay Tarot. This is going to be your month ahead reading for the month of May 2025. I hope you're doing well. Um, let's get going, shall we? I'm feeling quite impatient with your energy, Leo, for some reason. And I think it's maybe because Mars is currently in your sign. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my goodness, how much did that Mars and Cancer drag out? Oh, it's just awful, wasn't it? So this month we are going to be using the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck by Marcella Kroll, and I highly recommend it. It's a great wee deck, and if you don't follow Marcella on social media, do give her a follow because she's fabulous. And we are using a very bright, very zingy, very holographic pink version of the Rider-Waite Smith. It is a plastic deck. It's the first time I've used a plastic deck. It is slippery as anything, so it might be quite interesting. The me trying to shuffle them. It's been an experience. Okay, so hang around for the comic part of the reading. Okay, so let's see. Have a card, please, for Leo for May 2025, please. Yeah, that feels right. Okay, psychic. Hello, Leo. Hello. Are you going to be using your psychic powers this month? Kinda feels like it. It looks like a Venn diagram to me. Um, whoo, 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 whoo. Now, why did I go straight to Venn diagrams? What is it you're trying to alchemize this month, Leo? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like you are the mediator this month between two opposites, and you're trying to find some way of bringing those two parts, even of yourself, or two individuals, two people, two conflicting mindsets. Feels like that's where it's that's what's happening this month. And you're like, how the fuck do I do that? That's what it feels like. And I think that'll be your challenge this month, but you're going to lean into your intuition, into your psychic powers that everybody has got, incidentally. Where psychicness is just really, in my opinion, it's like a muscle. And the more we use that muscle, then the more that we um the more that we develop it. Okay. So interesting how that shows up. Also, that's purple, and there's quite a lot of purple in that card as well. Never really noticed that before. Okay, let's get into your reading properly. Leo. See if any of this shows up. Now I'm wondering if when this deck is pink, if they did it in purple. No, Marion. I would never have probably bought this, but how it came about was I was on Facebook, and I seen a post by Mary Kay Greer, and she had posted about a K-drama, and in the K-drama they were using this actual deck, and I'm like, oh, hello. So of course my wee investigative brain had to find it, so I did find it, and I ordered it. So that's the story of this deck, in case you're wondering. Right, serious now. Leo, May 2025, what messages are here? Okay, we've got the Ten of Swords, Leo. We've got the Five of Wands, eek. We'll get the Moon. We'll get Seven of Wands. We'll get the Empress. And we've got the Six of Wands. Hurrah! Okay, hello. Hi, Leo. There you are, showing up at the bottom of the deck for yourself and the Sun card. So we like to see that. Okay, I'm going to leave that there so we can see it. Right. What, Leo, what on earth has been going on? This is my question to you. What actually it's like what the fuck? Sorry, I'm just doing my Carrie impression, who incidentally is a Leo, using Orpheus Scorched Earth. If you're watching this and you've not came for Scorched Earth and you've never heard the Carrie, please go and follow her because she's amazing and she does proper in-depth readings. Um, okay, so Leo, what the fuck? It's literally like, and that's what it feels like. You know, it feels like there's been this psychic attack, this energetic attack on you, and it's coming from, you know, this is a card of Leo and that's a card of Leo. In fact, you've got your three Leo cards, you know, and you know half the reading is showing up for yourself. So at least you're showing up for yourself, Leo. You know, it's a good thing. Um, but really, what the fuck? Oh, excuse me. That's really what I feel like. You know, it's like, wow, so much going on. Right, let's focus and let's unpack this moment by moment. Okay, now whatever's going on, something it feels like, you know what, something that has been plaguing you for some time came to an end. Okay, so it was like there was one situation or maybe a culmination of situations, and they came to a head, and that was it. It was done. And you did not think, you thought, right, I can relax now and I can move on, right? But then what happened was there was like this, it feels almost like there was this hangover of all the stuff that you had been through, or all the stuff you're going through, because remember, this is current energy. So it's as if, you know, here's this Ten of Swords, you know, whatever happened, and that was it ending, and you thought, right, I can breathe a sigh of relief and I can move past that. But all of a sudden, it's like, what? Where did this come from? And it came very much, and it's come very much like out of the blue. You know, you did not see it coming, and it's almost like there's been this ambush of your personal self. And you know, the fact that we've got the sun and the moon, that indicates to me it could have been during eclipse season. Okay? It could have been a hangover from, I keep getting this notion of a hangover, and it's not necessarily a hangover with alcohol. Could be a hangover with something else. You know, it could be like some other kind of substance that you maybe use. You know, you maybe, no, that sounds really weird, Leo, didn't it? A substance that you use. But you know what I mean? It could be a food hangover. You know, you could have overindulged. Well, probably not, because you're a Leo and you're not a Taurus. But it's very much that kind of, there's something hanging around from the past and it's kind of flared up again, and you were just like, what why is that happening? And I think it could have came to a head during eclipse season. And that would tie in with that psychic card, because it's like, and the moon's are obviously, the moon's a very psychic card, you know. So let's not go down that particular obvious road, but it feels like you are you're being called into question, or there is an attempt to call you into question, and you're having to defend yourself. It could be something that you have created. It could be, as simple as, something that's going on with your kids if you've got kids, or it could be like, something that's going on with your parents, in particular your mother having the Empress energy here. But it could be something that you have birthed, so it could be a business, it could be an organization, it could be a friendship, it could be something that's all of a sudden just changed, the energy of it, the relationship of it, and you're just all of a sudden like, what's going on? There's very much that kind of the rug being pulled out from under you energy going on right now. And it's like, you just didn't know, you were not expecting it, and that's it, that's the overlying thing, it's like you were not expecting it. And you've had to use, like, literally, you just had to navigate your way through this, be using your intuition, be using your psychic gifts. But here's the thing, Leo, right? You're going to be victorious over it. Whatever has been going on, whatever is currently going on, you're going to get past it. Because you always do, Leo. You might have a couple of scars in the process of it, but you're going to get there. You're going to be, I'm not going to say you're going to be okay, right? But I think you're going to come to a place of peace, right? Because yeah, the Six of Wands is very much that card of being victorious, but it also, in this context right now, the feeling that I'm getting it is, you maybe never won the battle, but you know that the war eventually will be won. Okay, it's just this particular battle you didn't necessarily win. But if you kind of change your way of thinking about it, then you may well do. You may well see it with a different perspective. You might see it in a different way, because as we get further into the new season, I'm hesitant to say the summer, because I know that there's some of you watch for the Southern Hemisphere. So, but the further we get into the new season, I think there'll be an energy of feeling like, well, thank fuck that's over with. There feels like there'll be a bit of calmness, there'll be a bit of stability going forward. But it's you that needs to find the version of stability that you can work with both. Most, sorry. Um, that's what it feels like. And really remember that you're doing the absolute best that you can do. Okay? There is no, and I want to say this specifically to you Leos out there who are parents, there is no specific rule book in how to be a parent. Okay? It is quite clearly one of the hardest jobs there is. And please don't beat yourself up about it. You're doing the best you can in a crazy world. Because the world is mad right now. So I just want to say that, it is not your fault. You are doing the best that you can do for your kids. Okay? Um it's going to be a conflicty month. There's no way around that. There's conflict, but there's also hope. And I think that's, you're showing up for yourself. You're showing up for yourself big time. So if you're maybe dealing with another Leo, that's a possibility when we look at that. But at the same time, you can deal with this, Leo. You can so deal with it. Um, you're going to be okay. So just gird your loins this month, Leo, and choose peace. Remember that there'll be a version of peace, whether it's a version that you initially anticipated, might not be, but there will be a version of peace coming towards you. Okay, Leo. If you would like to work with me, the links are in the description box. Just head to my website, see what I'll offer, and if you would be so kind to subscribe if you haven't already, I'd love that. Come and join the fun, and I will see you next month, okay? Take care, Leo. Bye.